So I keep seeing this visual of a frog in my mind sitting on a lily pad, and the term leapfrog kept popping up. And I was just imagining this frog leaping from lily pad to lily pad. And we get in this state of mind where we feel like we have to hop to the next lily pad as fast as possible, right? But I really feel like there's this need to slow down. I know for me personally, I feel like I just landed on a new lily pad. I also was getting stepping stones in my mind as well, so I might switch back and forth between those analogies or metaphors. I'm not sure what the right term is there. But I feel like I made a leap, absolutely, in my life, and I'm on a new lily pad. I'm on a new stepping stone, but I'm constantly looking to the next stepping stone, the next step that I need to take, the next jump that I need to make. And I feel like the universe, my subconscious, whatever you believe in, okay? But I feel like I've been getting this message constantly of you need to enjoy this new lily pad that you've landed on before you try and leap to the next thing. The time will absolutely come for you to leap to the next thing, but you are spending so much time focusing on the next leap that you're not taking the time to celebrate and appreciate the leap that you just made. And there's a need for you to land and then stay there for a little bit. And I don't mean staying stuck in things or situations, or that's not what I mean. I'm talking about if there's some kind of leap you've made, if there's some kind of change that has happened in your life, if you have implemented some kind of change for yourself or achieved a goal, okay? It is so important to take time to celebrate that goal and that achievement and to really pat yourself on the back for that. Because if you're constantly seeking and searching the next step and the next action that you need to take, and you're never going to enjoy the things that you're actually working so hard for. That's something I feel like I've been coming to understand is if you're not in the present moment, enjoying the present moment, you can't enjoy your achievements. If you're so busy thinking of the future or even thinking about the past, you cannot be in the moment to enjoy the blessings that are in your life and that are coming into your life. I have been praying for certain things to come into my life, and they are starting to. But I'm realizing that I'm having a hard time slowing down and actually enjoying the thing that is in my life, the blessing, the gift that has been given to me, a prayer that's been answered. But I'm so worried about the next thing that I have to do, the next thing that I have to fix, the next thing that I have to try and make better in my life, to focus on, to improve. And there's nothing wrong with self improvement and self growth and going on that journey, but it can be a sort of cycle in itself that we get caught in. There's still so many other things that I do want to accomplish, but if I don't take the time to appreciate what I've achieved, I'm never going to be satisfied. It's that constant seeking and constant need for something new and something better. And it's we have to learn to enjoy where we are right now and what is around us and what we've achieved. It can be the small things, it doesn't have to be something big. I've been getting this feeling too that where you have just landed, this new beginning or this leap that you've taken, whatever, is meant to be a place for you to stop and rest for a little while. I feel like you've been gifted something, whether it's a person or a place or whatever it is that you've been praying for. And if you feel like you got it, but you're not able to enjoy it, like I said, and it's actually an opportunity for you to rest in this new thing, this new beginning, this new chapter, right? And it's when we start something new, it's very understandable to want to keep going with it and just run with it, right? But there is a need to just slow down and enjoy every second of the process. And if you can get to be in that state of slowing down, enjoying, relaxing, receiving, everything is going to change for you. And I know this for a fact because I'm living it right now. I'm living proof of it in my life. I've been working really hard for the past 4 years to go from a mindset of I have to go, do, my worth and my value and everything is dependent on what I accomplish. And, just the whole mindset of go, do as fast as you can, And that's the only way to get things done or accomplish things. And I've been moving into, I actually don't have to work that hard in order to receive. Like, it's actually pretty easy to accomplish things. You don't have to push yourself as hard as we've been taught to believe we have to push ourselves. That doesn't mean hard work is not a thing or something we have to do sometimes. It is. In appropriate situations, hard work is important. But we've been taught that like we have to go hard in everything all the time. And that's not true. And I feel like that's what's been changing. And I've been working on changing that mindset personally myself. But I'm seeing the results of that. And we really need to understand that we don't need to know all the steps that are ahead of us. We don't need to know what's going to happen and when in the future. Like, we get stuck in trying to figure everything out. And this has been a big theme for me lately, is learning this lesson as well. And I this line of this one song has been repeating in my head over and over, which usually there's some kind of reason for that. And it's from the Justin Timberlake song. I don't even know what the song's called, but he's like, "Don't be so quick to walk away." And I feel like that's the vibe. Like, we are so quick to move on to the next thing, to walk away from somewhere we just arrived, okay? And it's like, this is not the time for that. This is the time to arrive and then to like sit down and relax for a little bit. So, another visual that kind of came to my mind is when we do this and when we're not able to appreciate our blessings because we're so worried about the next thing, or if this blessing is going to go wrong, or whatever. It's like seeing a flower and not being able to admire its beauty because you know that it's going to die eventually, and that's all you can think about and focus on. And it's like, but the flower in bloom is so beautiful and it deserves to be appreciated. I feel like that's what's happening in our own lives, is we're like not able to appreciate the beauty of what we already have because we're so focused on what we don't have. And to understand that you don't have to continue accomplishing things constantly in order to be worthy, in order to be safe, in order to be loved, in order to be successful. You can just be and like enjoy where you are without rushing off to the next thing. We don't need to struggle so much anymore and feel like we have to carry this constant burden of we're not doing enough, because that's the wound that this originates from, is feeling like we're not doing enough. So we constantly feel like we have to keep doing more, or we feel like we don't have enough. So we have to continue to want more. And it's this mindset that's really, really harming us as individuals, but also as a society. Consumerism is the biggest trap of all in this area, but that's a whole nother subject for another day. But we do easily get trapped in this idea of more, 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 I need more, and never being satisfied, never being happy with what we do have. And it's like we can receive the very things that we've been wishing and praying for and not be able to enjoy them because of that mentality. It's never enough. It's never enough. And that, like I said, comes from a wound of feeling like you are not enough. But it's time to realize that we are enough exactly as we are right now. Everything that we've done and accomplished is enough for right now. And it's time to celebrate, even celebrate the little things, because that celebration and being in that state of celebrating yourself and realizing that you absolutely have things about you at every stage in your life that are worth celebrating, then you will understand, oh, I'm worthy. Oh, I'm good enough. Actually, I am doing enough. And I can actually chill for a minute and allow myself to enjoy everything I've worked super hard for. Because working hard is great, and achieving things is great. But what does it mean if you're not enjoying any of it? It's all about balance. And if we don't take the time to slow down and enjoy the work that we've done so far, we're never going to have the motivation and the passion and all those things that we need to continue on. Yes, we are meant to continue and to achieve more things, but you're going to burn out if you keep going that way and not taking the time to slow down and enjoy life and do the things that bring you joy and peace. So I just feel like I need to tell you, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what you feel like you have or have not achieved, you're doing amazing. And you are doing the best that you can right now, and that is enough. You are doing enough. You have accomplished a lot. You may not have accomplished certain specific goals that you're really, really hyper focused on, but if you take your focus off of that one specific thing for a moment, you'll be able to see a broader view and to actually see how much you have accomplished. Like I said, it's a matter of switching perspective from there's so much that I am not. There's so much that I still have not done. There's still so much that I am that I cannot be, that I am not living up to. And instead saying, yes, I will always have things that I want to do and want to accomplish. But look at what I have done. Look at how far I've come in this area. I may not be where I want to be here, but in this area, I'm way further ahead than I used to be, right? Like it's really just learning to appreciate yourself and your efforts and the things that you've done and accomplished. You deserve to be celebrated for who you are right now in this moment. And you deserve to accept yourself for who you are right now in this moment. It is just so important to take a moment before you reach for the next thing to say, wow, I really did that. Whatever it is, whatever you accomplished, like I did that. And I'm gonna like revel in that for a moment. When I was writing and journaling about this earlier, I wrote down like you need to marinate in it. Like you just need to marinate in the good things that are in your life right now. Even if you feel like there's a lot of terrible things or there's a lot of things that you need or want, there's always something to be grateful for. There's always good things happening at the same time. And allowing yourself to just like soak that up, just soak in it. And now I'm imagining like laying in the sun. It's one of my favorite things to do, one of the most peaceful, energizing activities that I do. And it's literally like just laying there and soaking it up. That's all you need to do. You don't need to overthink it. You don't need to worry about anything. You just need to be in the moment, enjoying the gifts that are presently in your life. You deserve to experience good things. You deserve to experience joy. You deserve to experience pleasure. You deserve to do things purely because you just love doing them. And that's something we have totally forgotten, especially in our society. But as human beings in general, like we just don't think that joy and play and fun is important. And we have prioritized hard work, working yourself to death, do, go, go, go. We have prioritized that and we have idolized that a little bit. And we have been taught that that's the only way. It's the only right way. But now we're learning and realizing, some of us are, that that's not the only way we have to do things. I feel like we can accomplish more and be more productive if we do take the time to rest, if we do take the time to appreciate where we are and what we have. Please just understand, it's so important to celebrate yourself and your life and to experience joy and implement more of that into your life and your daily routine. Even if it's just something tiny, one little tiny thing that you do every day that brings you joy. Something that brings me joy is painting my nails. That is something so small that I can do for myself, but it doesn't have to always be something giant, and it's going to improve every area. I'm not even joking. So that's it. Thank you so much for being here and listening. I hope you got something from it. All right, you got this. I love you.